follow up is one of the most basic things that we all know to do, and so many people don't do it. So just a follow up, like I've had so many messages, just it was great meeting you. I'm so glad I got a chance to talk to you. And if you can make it personal, like maybe there was something personal conversation that maybe you had, if we would have done this prior to peak, what I would have told people is when you get business cards or you're putting something in your phone, that you want to make a little note of a conversation that you had personal, so that you can come back after peak and say, I really enjoy the conversation that we had about X or whatever it was, so that they know that you're not just sending out a blanket message, that it's actually personal and you're making connections. That's really big follow up.
Welcome to the Lion's Den, the real estate podcast for perspicacious investors who know they have the strength to succeed in the lucrative commercial multifamily industry. Gain expert advice on your way to becoming a top performer. I'm your host, Adam Parrish. I have my two co-hosts today, Lisa L. Parrish and Donato C. Callahan. How are you two doing?
Doing great.
Amazing.
We don't have Fia Mosley on the podcast today, our other co-host, because she is sick, unfortunately. But we do have a special guest today, Nanette Morgan Hawkins.
Woo!
How are you doing?
Hey. Doing pretty good, Adam. Thanks.
Nanette, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay, sure. Yeah. I'm Nanette Morgan Hawkins, as Adam has said. I am new to the MFM family, but I have been with the Parishes for about 3 years now. I work as a property manager. I've been in property management for a little over 7 years, everything from retirement to multifamily. I'm all over the place. So now I am looking to do this thing bigger, get into multifamily investing, and I couldn't think of a better place to start than MFM.
Sweet. And the topic of today's episode is, how do I get the most out of networking events such as Peak Partnership? The word of the day is brought to you by Nanette.
The word for today is auspicious. Auspicious means conducive to success, favorable. Another way of looking at it is it's a good omen, indicating future success, and so on and so forth.
So it was very auspicious of you, Nanette, to join our podcast today.
Well, thank you. It certainly
Number
was.
one. Use number one is down. First strike by Lisa Parrish.
Good stuff.
Now I don't have to think about it the rest of the time. Trying to squeeze it in there.
I'm proud of you.
Hashtag proud.
Okay, so the first question of today, and this is just for everybody. What was your favorite part of Peak? Just overall.
Yeah, who'd like to go first?
I'll go with you, Donato.
Okay. I would say my favorite part of Peak was being able to watch the growth in the actual event itself from year one in Las Vegas to year two in Orlando. And more specifically, the growth in the people that we met last year. I'm going to shout out Tim Burkhart. We met him last year, and he's done his first deal. He's doing a hotel conversion, and getting to see people a year ago, even our own team, to now, and how much you gained in experience, wisdom, and also the deepening connections between the people there, and how amazing MFM has grown putting on the event. It's nice to see progress in real time, in a tangible way, and that's what I think this Peak partnership did.
I agree. Lisa?
I agree with that. I was going to say, watching a lot of the students and the progress that they made over the last year and being able to get their trophies. And I want to, shout out to Ryan, Tyler, Todd, all Noelle, Tasha, whoever's idea it was, to maybe it was Brady, to give every student, they do their first deal, they get a trophy, because I heard so often, next year I'm getting my trophy. And it seems so, kind of simple, like, that's what they're working for. Obviously they're working toward a lot more than that. That trophy, they just want to get up on stage and be able to show everyone that they did it. And I think that that's huge. but also I loved getting to know a lot of the students that I've been communicating with via Facebook and doing Zooms with them. I felt like I already knew them already, and being able to hug people that I had never met or see people that I hadn't seen in a year and making that actual face-to-face connection was really amazing.
Nanette?
Well, there was just so much, so much. I have been on countdown to peak partnership since November of last year. I've heard so much about it, and no matter how much you hear about how great peak partnership is, it is so much bigger, just so much bigger. I've met, as Lisa said, meeting those people that you've been on Facebook groups with and you've chatted with over the phone, or you haven't seen since that 3-day class. Seeing those
Right.
people again, yeah, it's like getting back to family. It's like a big family reunion. And then meeting more people that you haven't even met. That one person knows somebody else and somebody else knows someone else. Before you know it, you've met like 50 people and you remember every last one of them by some little niche or something that they've said. But it
Yeah.
was such an exciting event. It really was.
Then a little bit of a follow-up question. Was there a standout person, speaker, or event? Donato?
Oh man, on the spot. Let's see here. I would say one of the standouts was definitely Inky Johnson. He as a speaker was not only eloquent and well spoken, but he was able to communicate all the things he took that quite auspiciously, if you don't mind, to get to where he is today. And his ability to capitalize on not only the successes, but the failures he's had, and the things he's had taken from him to continue to build where he wants to go. It's phenomenal.
Lisa L. Parrish.
I actually wrote down Inky as well. But
Ah!
I wrote down all my answers and I should have checked with you, but honestly, I was doing a lot of networking and I missed a lot of the speakers, so that's probably why but I listened to Tyler, I listened to Ryan. I think, everyone was really hyped up. Like I missed Emily and I feel really bad about that, but Nanette and several other people talked about how amazing she was. And I think, really like all of the speakers, you could see the people who were talking about whoever did the speaking, they just were so excited and so motivated. And it really sparks, like if sometimes, you go to one of these events and you come out and you've got, just this fire under you, like you're so ready to go. But then time goes on and life gets in the way and you kind of lose that like excitement. And then you go to another event like this and it really gets you going again. And what I really loved about it was how excited all the students were. I didn't hear one complaint. And usually you go places and there's always a few people who are just, dragging it down and making it sound negative or talking crap. Not one time did I hear any of that. Everyone talked about how much better it was than the last peak. And even the first peak was great. But also just about how amazing everybody was, how the just the whole venue, everything was really awesome. And I loved the luau. Obviously, the luau was
Oh,
probably the highlight for
Oh,
me.
that was
oh,
fantastic.
I'm seconding
Yeah,
that. Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Yeah, same
Great
for me.
people at the
Luau
luau.
was my favorite. Best part.
that was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Nanette,
Mm.
is there a
Oh,
standout person, speaker, or event?
well, I have to say, Emily was my favorite. The others were fantastic, but Emily, wow, talk about blockage, um, the color coding, the color personalities. I could not wait to get back to my hotel room so I could take the test. I already knew I was an A personality, but I just need to confirm it again. So yes, I am a red. If you guys couldn't have guessed that. Um, so her session was wonderful. And since my daughter is not here, I have to throw in for her as well a big shout out for Tyler because she's 13. For her to get up twice, not once, twice, and come out of the hotel room just because she heard the name Tyler Devereaux, that was it. And not to mention, she actually verbalized how she felt about what he said, talking about, tough times, how to get through the hard times. Do you stop? You charge into the storm. She got it.
Yeah.
And, to see her light up, I thought it was such a phenomenal thing to see. Not only did Tyler, ignite us, but he reached down there and grabbed the next generation and said, come on, let's go. And she's ready.
Ooh.
Good
She's
one,
ready.
Annette, right there.
Ooh.
Well,
Ready.
and that's, I mean, I've had success and Tyler's been my partner, but I've listened to that, and storm, running right into the storm, that analogy really got to me too. That really
Yeah.
got me like, yeah, I need to be doing that. Why am I not doing that more?
I
So
know.
it doesn't matter what level of success you're in, you always need those other people to like push and say, saying something like that, making me realize sometimes I'm running away from the storm and I need to be running into it as well. But yeah, I love that saying, the next generation.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I've
loved
had my
his.
kids doing this a long time, but 13,
I loved his
that's
"Be the
younger.
Buffalo" speech at the end.
Yeah,
Be the
I love that.
I would say Tyler
I love
might possibly be the standout speaker for me. He was pretty solid.
Very nice. Can you elaborate on that, big dog?
Let me elaborate on it. Well, I think he spoke multiple times. That's pretty impressive. The energy he has every single day to do everything that he does.
He is pretty auspicious, yeah.
Very auspicious.
That's two times.
Well, I was waiting for Adam to just, you had it right there. You
That was
teed
a
yourself
perfect
up.
opportunity. I messed that up.
I took it
That's
from
2
you.
points. That's
That was
2
a
points for
steal.
Lisa. Yeah, she gets points for that. That's a steal. That's on the
Just
scoreboard.
dumped on me.
Sorry, Adam, go
I
ahead.
didn't know we had to use the word in a sentence later. See, I'm
Oh, we didn't tell her
Oh
that.
yeah.
Shoot.
Oh,
I'm slow
geez, yeah.
on the game. You said pick the word. I didn't know I could use. I
Oh,
gotta. Let's see.
okay, Adam, that's our fault. We didn't
Okay.
communicate well.
We'll work into it. That's fine. We got
Okay.
the rest of the
You have time,
podcast.
Adam.
We
Nanette,
got
you have
time.
time.
We're vibing. We're having fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going,
All
Adam.
right,
Talking
all
about
right,
Tyler.
all right. Oh yeah.
Ah,
Move on to the next question. What question did you get asked over and over from students? Donato, I'll go with you first.
I don't know. I don't want to take Lisa's answer again. I'm fine to defer to Lisa. Let her answer, and I'll take the
Okay.
second one if that's okay with you,
This
Godfather.
Lisa.
this one would be different, but okay. I
Okay.
got asked a lot. Will I sponsor? So you probably didn't get asked that. Oh, maybe you did. Some people don't know, what it takes, who can sponsor and who can't.
Mhm.
And what I'm looking for in a deal to sponsor. And then a lot of people ask me, how can they add value to me? So they're listening to Ryan and Tyler when they say, the best way to talk to a sponsor or to try to build that relationship is, how can I add value to you? So I did hear that a lot, which is nice.
Okay.
All right,
And
go ahead. I don't have the greatest answer.
What do you have,
Yeah.
Donato?
I probably heard, where'd you get those 6 sunglasses the most over the course of Peak Partnership? And it felt great. I mean, they're awesome. Those sunglasses are
They are
what I
pretty
got
nice.
after we closed our first
They were.
acquisition. I didn't know they'd be a slam dunk hit.
Wow. Yeah,
So
that's right. We did all talk about those.
they're Dita Midnight Specials for those people who have not a paid affiliate. Should be. They're awesome. But the other question I got a lot was, what do you do on the team? Because in my experience, a lot of people have a broker relations person, they have an investor relations person, maybe they have an underwriter, but my role is a bit more of a due diligence, organization, structure, facilitating communication, not typically
Yeah.
a role we see on too many teams. And so I had a lot of people that saying, what do you do? What is it that you do actually? And being able to explain the process of looking at financial documents to what's going on in the market, to being able to take even simple things like meeting notes and getting people aligned on actionables, all of those things, how they help facilitate the movement and the success of the rest of the people.
That's basically an acquisition specialist. That's what I always called it. Because that's kind of what I would do too, is, you've got to have somebody who's just making sure the whole team's moving everything forward. Because sometimes we get caught up in negotiating, or we don't really know what decisions or whatever it is, depending on, and more people, the more decisions there are. And just having one person that organizes all of us and says, okay, people, here's what everybody needs to be doing. Here's what all you need to be, and that's what you're really good at. And that's huge. It's really huge. And someone needs to be doing that.
Yeah, that's the same question I was asked the most too, was what do I actually do? And then a lot of that comes from the students trying to figure out what they should be focusing on and what they really want to do.
Right.
Annette, do you have anything that students ask you?
How long have I been doing this?
Hmm.
And 5 months. and for some strange reason they found that hard to believe. I got around a lot
You
on
get
Peak.
around. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like, who do you know? Who do you know? You know. But it was a very very, very busy time networking, and that was the business. How long have you been doing this? Yeah.
Well, you stopped telling people that you knew us just so that you could get to know people.
Yes, I did have to stop telling people that I knew the parishes, because once they found out I knew the parishes, well, how do you know them? Can you introduce me to them? So I wanted to begin to meet people without them, and I hate to say it, without them wanting something from me
Yeah,
first. Um,
totally get
because that's when you meet the real, and that's
Mhm.
who you want to meet. You want to know who you're dealing with, because I mean, I've been doing this for 5 months. I want to eventually start building my team. I
Mhm.
I want someone who is going to be an asset to me, as well as me be an asset to them. Not someone that's going to ask me, so where's Lisa?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that
And
comes
that's
back.
generally the
Well,
first
and
thing. Yeah.
we just want to be an advantage to you, and I think that we will be, but you're right. I mean, you don't want someone just connecting with you just because of who you know. But
Right.
it could be a reason though. It could just, make you more valuable, and not just because of us, but just the fact that you have knowledge, you have connections. And I think if you talk to most people, they have different connections that can be
Right.
beneficial. You're just trying to figure out, how is this person going to be able to benefit me? I think everybody's doing that, but you're right. It
Yeah.
needs to be a win-win.
Mhm.
Right.
And you
Absolutely.
want to hook up with people for the right reasons.
You're right. Always.
That's true
Good
in so
hookup
many
is
walks of
everything.
life.
Yes, in everything in
Truly.
life. The right
Next.
reason. Don't make some of the mistakes that we made in doing things for the wrong reason. And usually that's greed or money. It shouldn't be just about money or greed. It needs to be about, this is someone that I really see being able to have a relationship with, but also this is someone who does some of the things that I don't want to do or that I'm not strong at, so that you're not, we made the mistake of partnering up with other people who do the same thing that we do. And then you're looking around like, okay, well, who's going to do the rest? And that
Right.
doesn't work.
Right.
Is there a specific question that you wish students would ask you more?
I have a
Donato.
hand raise. I'm excited for this one. Yes. The question I wish people would ask me more is, how do you determine a good team? Not who should I have on my team, who should be on my team for the character. And when you're getting started in an event like this and you are coming off the event, and like Lisa said, you got a fire under you, you're excited, you're ready to go. You have never been more motivated than you've ever been right now. That burning fire is giving off a lot of light. And in that moment, it can be hard to see people's true character. But character shines brightest in the dark. And when the times get tough, that is when you'll see the light inside each person that you're working with and see them for who they really are. When you're at an event like Peak, when your motivation's high and the lights are high, it can be difficult to see people for who they're going to be when the lights go off and you're in the dark. So I would say, ask me more about how you find the right people for your team, not skill set, but by character. And I'll tell you, you need part of the ingredients is time. Seeing people go through things high and low, seeing them go
Mhm.
through the difficult situations and how they end up reacting and how they end up moving forward, and understanding that people are human. They have highs, they have lows. But over time, building up your database of this person shines bright when it's dark. They prioritize the team, they prioritize our needs, they think about others, and they're going to be there when I need them.
Yeah. How did they react in an inauspicious mindset? That's a word, right? Inauspicious.
Yes.
Suspicious.
Inconducive. Inconducive to success. We're gonna go for it. We're making words. I think it's a word. I'm gonna look it up.
We get like
But
me
half a
just-
what I'd
point for
say is,
that.
Point out something,
yes.
Donato. Oh, go ahead.
all you. And I would say inauspicious is a word. So double
Yes.
Nice.
point.
The
Yeah.
opposite of auspicious.
Perfect.
So I get negative points.
Yep.
Right.
Just to elaborate a little bit, Donato, on what you were just saying, the time is really important. I see a lot of students that they did this in the last peak, is a lot of, I mean, partnerships, it's called peak partnership because it's a great place to meet new partners, right? So a lot of people came out of the last peak having made partners, but they jumped into it so quickly. They jumped into it right away. In fact, at peak, they all get together and, oh, we should all be partners because, like you said, you know, we've all got that, like, everyone gets along in peak. Everything's amazing in peak. It's almost like you're in this like alternate world, right? But then when you get out into the real world, people do start to shine, the truth starts to come out. And I can tell you, not everybody is going to be the greatest partner. And so if you have that set in stone right off the bat, it's hard to backpedal later. So it's really the best for you. You know, you make the connections and you continue with those connections and you get to know the people and you work a little bit. Maybe you even, you know, start looking at some deals and you have some meetings if you're local, or meet up with people. And I would say, you know, you should have several meetings before you're really, you know, deciding this is, I'm in alignment with this person. I wish that more people would have asked, can I buy you a drink? I'm just kidding. That's not my answer. No, my answer is I did have a lot of people ask me this, but I wish that more people would have asked me, what are the biggest mistakes that we made when we got into the business so that I can avoid those mistakes? Because one of the reasons, if you've ever heard me speak, I say this all the time. One of the reasons that I'm doing this, you know, I don't need to be doing this, Tyler, Ryan, none of us need to be doing this, but we do this because we want to help other people succeed. We want to help all of our auspicious students succeed, and we want to we want to see you avoid the mistakes that we've made. I've made some costly mistakes, and if I can help teach you how to not make them, that is my goal. That will make me happy. So 3.
Lisa just scored a hat trick on us.
She did.
Scored a hat trick
It's a
on us
good
while we're
word,
all
Nana. It's a
watching.
good word.
It is. And I picked it and I haven't used it yet.
Well,
So really, your
you're-
choosing
it's our
that
fault.
word has been auspicious to our conversation.
It's true. It is true. Is that 2?
I'm doubling down. I think that's 2. I'm coming for
This
your
is
record.
making the future of our podcast more auspicious.
I think you're back to break even now.
Yes.
Wait, that was 2 for you, right, Adam?
No, I had a negative point when I used inauspicious.
Oh, okay.
It's inauspicious.
All right.
I can actually say that peak partnership is an auspicious way to begin your real estate investment career.
Yep. Do we have any mics to drop? We need to carry around a mic so we can drop.
Boom. Got you right here.
Mic drop.
Dropped. There you go.
Well, my
I
mic is
loved
broken, so I
how.
can drop mine.
Oh yeah, you can. I loved, just to shout out Peak again. I loved how they had. I didn't get a chance to do it, but I loved how they did that spinny thing, where where you
money?
could shoot
Yeah.
out the money and the sun. I mean, all of that was so creative and so fun. And I'm so mad that we didn't take the time to do it.
I have
I
two.
didn't. I wish I would have. I never spent enough time taking pictures. I'm too busy talking to people, but remind me, guys, next time. I want a picture with, I want at least 100 pictures.
Yeah, that's what I want. Students need to ask that more. Can I take a picture with you?
Yes. Oh, there you go. That's
It's
a
great
good one.
networking. You can post it on the MFM. I need to ask that
Yes.
question to
And
a lot
there's
more
so many
students.
people that I met that didn't ask me and I didn't ask them, and I never got the picture. So yes, everyone needs to ask, can I take a picture? That's good.
All right, final question here. What should students do moving forward to maximize their momentum after just finishing peak? Lisa.
Well, I see a lot of students doing this now, but they're posting on Facebook. They're posting a lot of the pictures that they took on Facebook and thanking everybody, thanking Ryan and Tyler and Todd for the peak partnership events. I think that's huge, and that's getting conversations going. And then also, if you've got business cards or a lot of the connections that you made, follow up. Follow up is one of the most basic things that we all know to do, and so many people don't do it. So just a follow up, like I've had so many messages, just it was great meeting you. I'm so glad I got a chance to talk to you. And if you can make it personal, like maybe there was something personal conversation that maybe you had, if we would have done this prior to peak, what I would have told people is when you get business cards or you're putting something in your phone that you want to make a little note of a conversation that you had personal, so that you can come back after peak and say, I really enjoy the conversation that we had about X or whatever it was, so that they know that you're not just sending out a blanket message, that it's actually personal and you're making connections. That's really big. Follow up.
Agree. Donato?
I would say organize your contact list, add everyone's information into your phone, understand who is that person again? I think they approached me at the bar. They had a martini. I was 2 martinis deep. Okay. I think the name was Jake. Do that for like a week. And once you've organized all that information, determine what it is you're trying to do. So getting into multifamily is not a SMART goal. It's not specific, measurable, actionable. It's not a SMART goal. What is it you are trying to do? I know, like with Via, one of her big things was we're going to get a deal of this size by this date. And we're going to work with this person on our first deal. Get specific. Not I'm building a team. I'm looking for an underwriter who has this many hours per week to be able to commit to underwriting deals, so we can do this many deals per week. I'm looking for an investor who has a niche in this community so we can raise this type of dollar figure. Get specific about your goals. And then once you've defined them appropriately, compare and contrast. And I'm sure Lisa will commend and corroborate this. Date those people. See if they're the right person for those goals.
Yes.
Spend the time, engage in the relationship, because every deal is at least like a 5 to 7 year marriage.
Do you mean like whore around?
I mean, I might use a little bit more prettier word. I might
Okay,
say
you can edit
gentlemen of
that
the.
out if you need to.
No, you're good. I'll say gentlemen of the night. Just get out there and flap your coattails and wink a little bit and date some people. See if you're willing to engage in a relationship with them for 5 to 7 years. Maybe they want to live in the coast. Maybe I want to live in the mountains. I don't know their life. Maybe they want 3 kids and I'm more of a French bulldog kind of guy. All those things matter. I'm going for a 5 to 7 year hold in a property. So make your goals. Look for people who can help you and you can help them meet those goals and ensure that they're not just in it to hit that goal, but when you succeed and you finally climb that mountaintop, make sure the people you're working with are the ones you want to celebrate with too. You can get the closing check and you can go to dinner, you can clink glasses with them, and you can look at them and earnestly believe, we made it. So happy to be here with you. That matters so much more. And that's why Peak Partnership was so fun, getting to hang out with Lisa and Adam and Greg and AMF and getting to meet Nanette and getting to do fun stuff and just talk all day. And that's what it's all about.
That's suspiciously beautiful.
There you go.
Coming back at it.
That's a good one.
I now have an entire point.
1 point. Yeah, buddy.
And I agree with you, Donato. It's just, I feel like it probably takes a good 6 months really to get to know somebody. If you want to speed that up, it's a lot of conversations. I know with AM Multifamily, you guys were doing Zooms at least twice a week, right? For an hour each time?
Oh, yeah.
Or more than that.
Twice a week. We really got going around the end of 2021, beginning 2022. We were meeting like 3 or 4 times a week for like an hour to 2 hours at a time.
Right.
Just talking, getting to know each
When
other.
when we first started partnering with Ryan and Tyler, we talked to them 3 times a day. And
Wow.
believe it or not, Tyler 3 times a day, because he's hard to get a hold of these days. But that's the thing, is if everyone's got the same goal and we're all motivated to move toward that goal together, you're going to be talking to that person quite a bit. And every time we had conversations, even when things were really difficult, we had difficult decisions to make, we still were laughing, joking, everything was light, even if we were nervous about what was going on. And that's what you want in a partner, is people who actually make those really hard times and the hard decisions easier to make when you're doing them together, not completely stressed out where everybody's like, because you'll have some groups where if things aren't going well, you're all at each other making it worse. That doesn't actually get you anywhere. It's not conducive. So you want to have partners that even when things are difficult, you're still getting along, you're still complimenting each other, and you're still able to, you feel like, okay, this is bad, but it's not so bad because I'm doing it with these people that I really care about. That's huge. It's very, very important.
I think it's useful to have an emergency emoji to post to the group chat whenever everybody needs to hop onto a call.
Yep. So what
Is that
he's
what you did
talking about
earlier?
is the whole, like with Ryan and Tyler, if things were, we needed to get on a conference call, we'd put the little black hole on our group chat, and everyone would jump on the conference line. And if it was 2 black holes, it was extra important. If there was 3, everyone drops everything they're doing and they're getting on. And
So
that's how
kind of
we
like the
we
ball
used to do
thing.
it.
That makes
And
sense.
it
Okay,
worked.
yeah,
I
mean,
post it
earlier,
all the time, but I've never explained it.
yeah, because
Yeah.
earlier you posted a black hole,
You
and all of us
posted
at
the black
AMF were
hole.
like, "What
I
does
was like,
that
nobody's
mean?
gonna understand why you're doing that.
Why is there an open sewer in the group chat right now? What is this?"
And I don't
I'm like,
remember why the black hole, why we chose that, or how that happened, but we did that for what, a couple of years at least.
You hop into the other dimension.
Yeah, hop into the other
okay,
dimension.
well,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
on the
That's cool.
conference
Nanette,
line. We'll just steal that.
Nanette, you have anything you want to add?
Well, at the moment, I am auspiciously working through all of the contacts that I made over the weekend. Had some chats with some folks. I found someone, it's so funny. I met him, we spoke, never discussed what we did. I don't know what else we were talking about. You know, it was cocktail hour. Couple of days later, I found out he's a capital raiser. That's wow. Okay, so let's keep in touch. You know, so yeah, I'm definitely working back through those, reaching out to people. Um, I know I haven't been doing this as long as you guys have. The one thing that I will say, you know, as a new person, after peak, follow up on every contact you make because you don't know who you may be speaking to. You don't know because you might be talking to somebody for 2 minutes and you never get around to discovering exactly what it is they do or you do and how you can assist each other. So definitely follow up, just say good morning. Hey, Peak was great meeting you. And then see what else, you know, shakes loose. I have enjoyed reaching out to some folks. I mean, some folks have even text back and said, hey, good morning. You know, what's going on? And that's a wonderful feeling. You know, you meet someone and you actually make a friend.
Speaking on that, since then I've had let's do some shout outs. Michelle Kohler Acquisitions has reached out and we've been talking on social media. I've talked to some more guys about software we're working on, Bright Investor, working together on marketing the platform. And actually, someone reached out to me, Rachel, another person on Kohler Acquisitions, said, "Hey, I know you're in St. Louis. I'm flying in for a baby shower. Can we meet up for a happy hour and talk business and just keep the conversation going from what we had at peak?" So I'm meeting up with her tomorrow night just because she reached out.
That's awesome.
And that
Nice.
kind of thing, how many people from Peak are all in the same cities that can be getting
Right.
together and having those
I've had that too.
conversations? Exactly. And just like, hey,
Can
she
you
was in
tell me,
town.
can you tell me a little bit more about Bright Investor?
I would love to tell you some more about Bright Investor.
Are you
So
sure?
much. Yeah, a lot, a lot. Right
All right.
Investor is all about investing with confidence and helping people get over the feeling of being stuck, feeling uneasy, or having the fear of major losses or making a mistake by knowing the golden rule of real estate. Location, location, location. We make real estate market research simple so people can go to sleep and rest easy at night knowing they bought in an area that's going to continue to do well for them and they're maximizing their returns and their experience in real estate. And the way we do that is by displaying real estate market data like rent growth, job population growth by industries, crime statistics, all the way to the very address, appreciation, school rankings and businesses, all on easy to read, color coded maps from the city level all the way to the address level. And then we allow you to upload your own property lead list and see how your interested leads, your properties, are performing in that area. Understand what's going on and whether it's a really great area for you to be in or maybe not. Also, you can rest easier, get to action faster, no more reading 40-page reports and trying to understand what's actually happening in a market. And you can't because it's so dense that you don't know where to start. And way more affordable too. We're looking to target and work with people who are getting into the industry or trying to scale up from when they just started to that mid-level range. And so we're pricing it at a level that we want all students and all bright investors to be able to afford. It's all about investing with confidence and getting people from where they are to where they want to be because it's their journey.
Love it.
That's awesome. When is it going to be launching?
It launches this coming March. So we are about 1 week away from launch month. Pretty exciting.
How's everybody going to be able to know when it's launched?
So we have a affiliate program. We're partnering with some awesome people in the multifamily and residential real estate worlds who are going to be posting all over social media. You can also go to our website at www.brightinvestor.com and sign up for the exclusive pre-launch access. You get information about how to find a great real estate market with a free gift, and you get updates and newsletters about when we're launching the platform in late March. As of today, we have nearly 75 people who've already signed up looking, and depending on how many people come to the platform, we might have to limit it. Don't know how much we're going to be able to handle 2 on. So if you're interested, come drop your email. Check us out at Bright Investor Official on Instagram. Go to the website, brightinvestor.com, and let's see how we can help you out.
And they don't have to commit to anything, right? It's month to month.
Yeah, it's month to month, no contracts, and we're actually offering a forever free plan. So it has some of our features, some of our abilities on the free plan, no credit card required. People can make an account, check it out, see if it's the kind of thing that really helps them gain that confidence to take the next step. And if they're interested, they can go into our next tiers, and we're launching it between $49 and $99 a month.
That's wonderful.
Nice.
Bright Investor is very auspicious.
Thank you, Godfather. Thank
Is that
you.
3 or 4?
I think he said
It's 2.
3. Is it 2?
That's
Okay.
2?
Oh wait, that's 3 positive points plus or minus a point. So
Okay, it's gotten a little complicated. We'll just say I won and call it that. Day.
okay. So trivia
Sounds
time.
good.
Nanette, did you take the trivia time course to get ready for it?
What's the
Uh-oh.
trivia?
That wasn't very auspicious of you, Nanette.
Oh my
You
gosh,
didn't
you're
take
still
the
going.
course?
I said that was
What?
not very suspicious of her.
It
That she
was
didn't take the
not.
course.
It
We're
was
kidding. We're kidding.
inauspicious.
He's kidding. There's no course. None of us know anything about the trivia.
Okay.
And if you've listened before, none of us are very good at it, especially me and Fia. Very good at it.
Fia gets lucky a lot.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. All right, go for it, Adam.
Trivia time. According to Statista.com, in the US, there were 56 million multifamily dwellings in 2018. How many multifamily dwellings are there in 2023?
Okay, in construction or built?
I think this is built.
All built, completed. Oh, geez.
This is US.
Yes.
You said it was 56 million, 54 million, 56.
56 million 5 years
56
ago.
in 2018.
2018.
Depending on when it was in 2018, because the end of 2018, you got 19, 20, 21, 22. You got 4 full years of construction there. I'm gonna guess
So what?
60. I'm gonna guess 60.
I'm gonna guess 50, 56.8. Because at least 2 years there wasn't a whole lot going on.
I'm gonna guess 54.2.
It was 56
Gotcha.
in 2018.
Okay, we can't drop.
Well, I mean, I guess we could.
It could.
Rough market.
I
Okay,
don't
Floors
think that
underwater.
they've destroyed that many, but could be wrong.
okay, let's go with 57.1.
Okay, I did this a
Good
week
answer.
ago, and hopefully I didn't completely mess this up, but it's 155 million.
There's no way. There is no
Go
There's
on
like
and
a
double it.
chart
And I
on
said
it.
no way.
I looked it up like on a bunch of different other things too.
150.
Yeah.
155 million. That seems like a lot.
That
Yeah,
can't.
it was 5 years ago.
All right. So let's add,
Okay.
we have a separate thing on trivia. Now we can have challenge.
Godfather, love you. I'm gonna raise a challenge on that one. I don't think we
Okay.
built 100 million multifamily units. If we did, we're paying way too much for ours.
Yeah,
Ours should be a little bit
especially with
lower.
not a whole lot of construction going on during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have found in 2018, there were 56.15 million multifamily homes in the United States. And this number is set to reach 155.25 million by 2023, but not definite. It just says it's set to meet that.
Okay, I failed my challenge. What does that mean? Like
So-
a
I was
ritual,
right.
ritual sacrifice to
I mean, if it's projected by 2023, like that means like it's already 2023. Probably projected
Yeah.
it like a year ago. Cause I saw it like from the chart, it like went like straight up. People are just building so much because there's such a lack of housing.
Well, at least we know you didn't just make it up.
Okay. So, wait, who got it right? According to what it might be.
Neither of us were even close.
yeah, I don't feel
None
comfortable
of
taking
us.
the point on that one. I was even at 60 million. I was way too far off.
Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Question number 2. According to adamdata.com, the average age of a single family home in the US is 47 years. What is the average age of a single family home in New York?
Ooh. Single family homes in New York, city or state?
Family?
The state.
Oh wow. That's gonna be way older.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be way older. So much older. They're not zoning any no, oh geez. I'm gonna guess 85.
I'm gonna go 79.
I'm going for the gusto at 100. Some old homes up there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. The answer is 62.
62. Okay.
So
Not
a
much
lot
older.
older than the US.
Yeah, about 15 years on average. Okay. I think Lisa gets the point on that one, being the closest.
Good job, Lisa.
Do I get a trophy?
You
I'll give
have
it
all
to
of our
you.
trophies. You have like
Yeah.
a dozen trophies right now.
They're getting real close on these. I had to look up more stuff.
Mhm.
You should have done the test that you were supposed to have done. The
All
trivia
right.
test. You study everything trivia related and then you just hope to get lucky.
Everything real estate related.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3. According to safehome.org, what large city in the US has the highest burglary rate? Large city being a population of 500,000 or more.
Ooh. Highest burglary. Okay. So burglary is legally different than a robbery, as far as I know. It involves a different
I think it's like
so-
breaking into the house.
Yeah,
So B&E.
yeah, I think so. To actually burgle. Who's out there burgling? Yeah,
LA.
that's a good guess. I'm gonna guess
New
Philadelphia
York.
or Pittsburgh.
Hey.
Sorry, Pittsburgh. No, Philadelphia. I'm gonna go Philadelphia.
God, going in my hometown like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Oh, you're
know.
from
I didn't
Philadelphia?
know.
So Philly, LA, and what's your answer, Nanette?
Um,
New York
go with
City?
New York.
New York City?
Yeah.
That's a good answer too.
You know, fire escapes all 9 yards. Easy access.
Danny has
Alright.
told me some stories about LA. Like he actually watched someone get shot in the street and it was like a normal thing when he
Oh,
lived in
jeez.
LA.
Was he in Crenshaw?
Absolutely not.
He moved to
What you
Newport.
got?
Probably a good move.
Nanette, did you answer?
Yeah,
New
New
York
York
City.
City.
Oh, New
Mhm.
York City. Okay. So the answer is Seattle, Washington.
Really?
Are you serious?
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Must be the coffee.
Must
And
be.
then the next two down were Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Memphis, Tennessee. These are just
Wow,
for
yeah.
burglars.
Okay.
Wow.
You have
Hey,
all
team. I actually
failed.
fell
Yeah, we did.
Unfortunately.
Miserably.
We failed.
Thank you for listening to the Commercial Multifamily Lions Den podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure to leave us a like, subscribe, and share with anyone you think can gain value from today's episode. What obstacles are you facing? Leave us a comment in the comment section below, and we will discuss on a future episode. If you're interested in passively investing with us, you can go to am-multifamily.com, or you can email Fia at am-multifamily.com. Those links will be in the show description, along with the Lions Den Facebook page and website. Thank you, and have a roaring day.
Yeah. Yeah.